Hello everyone, this is Kaizouwar here. Welcome back to another video of mine. So today we're going to be talking about GRANBLUE Fantasy versus Rising. This game has been out for 2 weeks already, and I've been wanting to speak my mind on it for a while now. I loved the original GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus. It wasn't perfect, but damn, it was a fun game with a lot of decent content, a lot of fun characters, and just a really good art system works game. I'm glad that it finally got its second chance in the form of Rising after it kind of fizzled out, the whole COVID pandemic. It didn't get its chance to be in the spotlight like it should have. But hey, we have Rising now. It has rollback. It has crossplay. It has a free version out there, which is actually pretty insane. And Arc System Works getting a free version. Granted, it's a demo with rotating characters. It's a demo with rotating characters. But the point is, the fact that people can play this game for free is actually pretty insane. Gran and 3 other random characters will be rotating out every few cycles. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad to know that people can play this game and hop online and play with others for free. And if they like the game enough, they can buy the full version, which is actually really insane. More games really need to do that. They really need to do that and not just be a game that comes out and then do a free version later, like Dissidia NT or Dead or Alive. Don't do it. Do the free version first and see if people like it. Just get them through the door. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about GRANBLUE Fantasy versus Rising and what I like about it and what I don't like about it, because I believe that this game has a huge step forward, but also takes some step backs in some way, right? So first thing I want to talk about is the deluxe edition, right? And it's weird to go this first. Normally I jump into the game first, but I want to talk about stuff outside of the game at this moment because I don't understand the deal with the deluxe edition. So I was going to buy the regular version of the game and buy the season pass later, right? So my first instinct was to just look at the season pass. Normally when new games come out and also they bring out a new season pass or a battle pass, whatever, I like to look at that first before I buy the actual game, just to see what I'm getting myself into, because I might have the choice to buy it later. So I go on the PSN store, I see GRANBLUE Fantasy versus Rising for $50. Okay, cool. It's at discounted $10 reduction. Normally it would be $60. That's great. So I looked at the battle pass, and that damn battle pass is $50. And I'm like, what? Why is it $50? What the hell is this? But I was like, okay, I'm not buying this shit. That's $100. But I looked at the deluxe edition and it's $75. Granted, with tax on my end, it's $81. So I saved $19, damn near $20. But the point is, yeah, I don't understand why is it so much money. I don't know if it's a pricing error. I don't know if it's going to change later, but there's no way in hell that thing should be literally, the battle pass should be literally the same damn price as the game. We have left we are not Koei Tech mode. That's bullshit they do, where they would make the season pass or battle pass or whatever, literally more than the game itself. Bullshit. I don't know if there's a pricing error. I want to believe it's a fake price, or maybe it's an error, but I was forced to buy the deluxe edition just to get everything. Granted, I saved money, but at the same time, I feel like I spent a lot of it. I spent $81. That's a lot of money to spend on one goddamn fighting game. That's 30 more. That's the game and plus $30. And granted, a regular Arc System Works season pass is about $30. Like with Guilty Gear Strive and Dragon Ball 5, those games usually have season passes that start at $30. So I guess I don't know. I don't know if I got ripped off or did the smart thing. But the point is, I have the game now. I have the deluxe edition, so I'll get every damn character that comes out later, including 2B from Nier Automata, which, what? See, the fact that the side games managed to sway over to Square Enix and talk to Yoko Taro to get 2B from Nier Automata into GRANBLUE Fantasy versus Rising, not in the game. I mean, straight up in the fighting game, not even in the mobile game, the fighting game. It's insane, right? It makes me wonder if they're gonna do something like this again, right? I'll say not in this season pass, probably gonna do it next season pass, because they revealed Lucilius, they revealed 2B, Vayne, and Beatrix, and I think those are the first 4 characters of the season pass 1, right? And if I remember correctly, there are 2 more left, right? So we won't know the rest of the 2 later, and I'm not gonna go into crazy theory ideas because that will make it longer, but the point is, I'm super hyped. I'm just glad I bought the damn season pass anyway, even though it's way too much money. All right, so now I can finally talk about the new cast and gameplay stuff. I'm not gonna be on this topic long because honestly, GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus is that type of game where, since I don't know shit about GRANBLUE Fantasy, I honestly don't care who gets into the roster. I'll probably enjoy them anyway. And yeah, I enjoy every character on this roster. It's nice seeing new faces, right? I liked all the new characters they brought in the original GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus, and it's nice to see more new faces. Like, for example, we see Nier, who I'm aware of is broken as hell. Yeah, I fought a couple of Niers online. Terrible, terrible experience. I will never forgive myself for losing so many rounds against this chick, but god damn it. But she looks cool. I like her little story, and she's just a crazy bitch, and I don't know what to do with her. Next, a new face, we have Siegfried, and I like this guy. I've never played him yet, but he looks cool. And that's all you really need to do is win me over. You just need to have a cool looking character. Grimnir is new, and I like him as well. He's a goober. I love goober characters, so always happy to have more goober characters. And as another final character I want to talk about is Anila, Sheep Girl. Also busted, I think. I don't know, but every Anila I fought has gotten on my nerves. So yeah, we have 4 new characters and 4 already revealed in Season Pass 1, which gives a total of 8 new characters to the roster, which is actually pretty insane. I dig this cast. I really do. Like, GRANBLUE Fantasy definitely has an amazing art style, and it translates so well into Arc System Works. Arc System Works has been, killing it with the way they make their games look, and GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus is no exception. It just looks insane. And not even that, they started adding new stuff too. Like, hell, you have costumes now. That is unheard of in Arc System Works. This is actually the first Arc System Works game to do costumes, which is insane. Like, you could have characters like Gran have a whole new outfit. They guide her to the Eternal Edge, or Jita in her I can't remember the name of that outfit. I think her name is still the Guide Her to the Eternal Edge. And if you select on certain characters in the roster, you could definitely see there's like blips for them to have outfits as well, right? Some of the new characters even have it as well. So there's possibilities that like more characters in the roster could have it. Because there's a lot of characters in the game who don't have that outfit thing already on. If I remember correctly, I might be wrong. But the fact that anyone can get a new outfit now is actually really insane. I know they're probably going to charge a hell of a lot of it, because putting outfits on characters in something like an Arc System Works game is a lot of hard work. It's not just as easy as changing a color. Putting a new outfit on a character is a lot of work. But the fact that it's able to be done makes me wonder if they're going to do something like that for Guilty Gear, which that would be super cool. Like past outfits, I know they'd call hell of a lot of money if they did it, but I think that's super cool. Another thing I liked, and I want to talk about this while I'm talking about the character selecting the roster and the menu and stuff like that. One thing I like about what they did with the menu is that they put the character's command list in the menu. So when you hover over a character, you just press the square button and it'll pop up their command list, which I find super helpful. You have no idea how many times I want to pick a character that I don't know about, and then I'm just like, okay, well, what do they do? I don't know what they do. So I have to pick the character, go into train mode, go into versus mode, and get lucky. But no, you can see their command list before you get into the actual fight. Super cool, very accessible, and I really, really enjoy that. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of things I like that GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus is doing compared to other fighting games out there. It's making accessibility is the best term for this. It's such an accessible way of getting into the match, and it's crazy. And normally I would talk about gameplay stuff because this is a fighting game, this is all about the gameplay, but I honestly have nothing much to say about the gameplay on its own, because GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus is a footsie neutral based fighting game like it was back in GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus 1.0. I guess I call it 1.0. But it's just fun to play. I'm not very good at it. I lose way more than I win. I suck so hard. I main Vera. But I'm not very good at this game, but I like playing it. And even though I get mad salty at some losses and shit, I know a lot of those losses are my fault for not doing certain things right. I do blame the game for some bullshit, but rarely, if ever, should I go commit to blaming the game, because a lot of things sometimes are just my fault. A lot of my times I didn't block this attack, or I could have faced this attack, or I just jumped into someone's hitbox and they kicked my ass, that kind of shit. But yeah, good game, fun game, love it. All right, so let's run down a small list of things I like about GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus. One thing I like about this game is the presentation. Again, GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus had good presentation before, but this game looks a lot smoother and it looks way better than it did. It's crazy how smooth the menus look. Everything looks really just accessible to get to. There's a lot of cool like images you get for when you scroll past like certain menus. Like for example, if you scroll past the train mode, the story, the replay, you get like custom unique art for this game, which is awesome, right? One thing that I like that they add to this game is the figure studio, where they add, little digital figures. You can buy little digital figures in the rupee shop. Rupee is also the currency of this game. And you can buy character portraits and stuff like that, or character models, and just doing crazy poses like you do in Guilty Gear, which is actually pretty cool. Like I love when they do these whole digital figures things. Granted, I never use the mode. I never use these modes, but the fact that the option is there is also a good thing. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that at all. One thing I found curious at first that I did not like at first, but I start to get used to, is the training mode. So every fighting game honestly has a training mode, and damn near most every single fighting game has a tutorial or a mission mode, that kind of thing, right? So GRANBLUE Fantasy comes walking in. I boot up the game for the first time and I look at it, it's like, where the hell is training mode at? I find training mode. Okay, well, where's challenge mode? Where's the tutorial? Where is all that stuff? Like, I have no idea where it is. So to my utter shock and disbelief, they like put all of that in the training mode. So you get into training mode, you start training. So you can open up the menu and go to something called character guide, which is basically, honestly, it'll show you what the character guides about your character. They even show your attack properties, and it'll show you like, oh, this attack is blockable midair, or this attack is unblockable, or this attack is like, you can like, this attack will whiff or some shit like that. Like the character's too far away. Like, and not only with that, they give you a character explanation about character guide. They'll tell you, oh, this character's an all-rounder with easy-to-use skills. And they'll even like pop up a menu to tell you, oh, this is how a move should look on quick startup. This will range projectile. This is where your offense checker is. And I think that's super cool. And not only that, they put basic combos in the training mode menu, so you can practice combos as many times you want with no penalty. And I think that's utterly insane. And not only that, you can still do that when you're waiting in like online, like when you're waiting on like ranked. You can still do this. You can still train, like play the tutorial and mission modes while you're doing anything else, which I find really cool. Like, I think that's one super sick thing that GRANBLUE Fantasy versus Rising has done. Like, I think that's super cool. Like, I have never heard of a game like do all of that, like put all the tutorial and the mission mode stuff in one mode like that. Like, and especially in the train mode, where it definitely helps because you're going to be here a lot. You're going to try to be here a lot to learn combos and stuff like that. And I think it was weird at first. It was weird getting used to, but I think that's actually a good way of doing it without cluttering up the menu, right? Like, there's a bunch of games that just clutter up the menus like modes and shit, and I think that's a way of like making it more comfortable of like people to, prevent them from being like, jumbled up, like getting confused and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. What else do I like about this game? Oh, another thing I really like about this game that I don't want to like, there's a bunch of other things I want to like, but I don't want to mention those until like later in the video. One thing I like is that there's a little thread book thing they made, like a community thing, where you can post stuff in a thread book. I think they've already made that guest book back in GRANBLUE Fantasy versus, but in Rising is completely unhinged. Everybody's always talking about Narmaya's chest or a bunch of other weird things. I see one about what that dog doing. I don't know, man. It's just absolutely insane, and I just love it. But the game looks so much better. It plays so much better than Versus. Like it just looks more pleasing to the eye, because like GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus was a game that just came out, and you honestly know they were going to like update continuously, which is nothing wrong with that. But that game definitely felt like, this game was a work in progress, and it took a while for it to like kind of build up to being the great fighting game it was. It was great out the gate, but like it took a while to make it look like that, if that makes any sense. But those are things I really do like about GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus. Like, it's just like Rising is a fun game. Like, really, Rising is a fun ass game, and I really want to just express that a lot more. Okay, so I am at the part of the video where I get to talk about the things I don't like about this game, and honestly, there are quite a few things I don't like about this game. There's quite a few things, but I don't want to like get this video mega long. But I want to talk about my main issue with this game: the character leveling system and the rupee system. So, as I mentioned before, rupees are the in-game currency for GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus, right? Back in Versus Rising, the original GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus, there was like this weird currency I didn't remember the name of, but like I remember you also get some from online matches, and you could get some from doing the arcade mode run, right? So they scrapped all that and they changed it for this rupee system. Now, the rupee system is something I am not a fan of because A, it's tied to your character level, so you're doing battle pass style bullshit where you have to play online matches a bunch of times in order to level up your character, in order to get the in-game shit. Now, with these character levels, you don't unlock just the rupee. You unlock character plates. You unlock stuff like character plates. You unlock new colors. You unlock these things called draw tickets, where you can draw, play a gotcha little thing for weapon cutouts, which is for your lobby avatar, so you can show off a little bit customization to your lobby avatar and GRANBLUEs or stuff like that. But there are a couple things I don't like about this whole style, what they're going for. For one, the only way to get currency in this game is to play online. And I am so sick of fighting games doing that. Like, that's just something that's just a general complaint for me. Guilty Gear Strive did it, and I hate it so much, dude. Like, why even bother having an in-game currency for the single-player content just to lock the shit to the online stuff? Now, there is two alternate ways you can earn more in-game currency. One is to play GRANBLUEs, but if you suck at GRANBLUEs, you're not unlocking shit. Just saying, if you suck at GRANBLUEs like me, I guess that's a skill issue, but if you suck at GRANBLUEs, you're not getting shit. Your leveling rate will never go up. So online is probably your only way. The other option is to play arcade mode while connected to the internet. But arcade mode's leveling system is so poo-poo garbage that it doesn't level up barely. Like, you could play like 3 times and you'll never level up a full character. The progression is so slow and pointless. So there you go, 2 line in order to unlock the in-game currency. Now, granted, the in-game currency vouchers kind of like, the leveling system is kind of fast, right? It goes up quite quick. Again, I played Vera for like 1 day and I'm already at damn near level 60, so that's a good thing. It levels fast, but I'm not a fan of it. And also, if you've owned GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus before, the stuff that you unlock in the battle pass, quote unquote, like the colors and the weapon skins, are already something that if you already unlocked, and it won't change until level I think level 75, I think. Now, this is with Vera. I'm just using Vera as an example because I play as Vera, that's my main in the game, and her most newest skin, which is character color number 9, won't unlock for me until level 85. So that means everything that I've gotten before that's not a character plate, that's not a character badge, that's not, like, it's just colors I already have and weapon skins I already have, because my save data from Versus transfers over to Rising. So, you're basically not getting anything unless you've got this game from scratch, right? So it's both I guess I don't know where to call it, a bad thing or a good thing. I guess it's at least you already unlocked the stuff, so you don't have to do it in the battle pass for every character. So that's a good thing. But still, I'm not a fan of how they handle the rupee system. And plus, you get so little of it. You have to do online, you have to do GRANBLUEs, but they also give you daily challenges. And the daily challenges are piss easy, but the problem about the daily challenges is they only give you 50 rupee a piece. Like 50, that's nothing, right? They could have given you like 300 a piece, and I would be solely cool with it because it gives you just enough to unlock all the other shit, and I would have been okay with that. Like I just like unlocking stuff in games. I can't even do that with the in-game currency being so low. It sucks so much ass. Now, granted, side games personally gave me 6,000, and I know they probably gave other people 6,000. Maybe it was because of save data. They probably have in Versus, or maybe it's just something they have for the launch of the game. I don't know, but. Again, not a big fan of grinding online. And plus, the fact that you can't grind it infinitely also sucks because it's tied to your character level. So, like, let's say you play, like, Catalina and you level up super high and then, like, you can't level up any further than that, you have to pick another character and you won't get anything else. That's the sad part. But, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. That's my main pet peeve. I hate it when fighting games do this shit nowadays. Especially when Arc System Works games does. Like, I don't want to play online to unlock the single player shit. That is so dumb. But that's my main gripe. That is literally my main gripe, and probably the one that pisses me off the most. That's probably why I can't just rank this game higher than I want to, because that point just sticks out so hard for me, and it bums me out. Now, there's another point that I don't like is what they did to the story mode. Now, I didn't mention the story mode all too much, because I wanted to keep it for its own section. But in the original GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus, it was just one giant RPG mode, but in this game, in Rising, they split up into 3 separate chapters. The first 2 chapters are essentially literally the same story mode content from GRANBLUE Fantasy versus just, you know, more streamlined, so you can like play without like, you know, jumping out from island to island like in Versus. And they also added a third chapter called Tale of Dusk and Shadow, which is brand new to Rising. And I like the story mode. They still did the sort of cool things. If you already carry your save data over from Versus, you have these two part 1 and part 2 already unlocked, so you don't have to play those. So all you have to do is play 3 with all the stuff unlocked. So it kind of bums you. I mean, it's granted if you really want to carry all that stuff over. If you just, this game feels more like if you had not played like GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus at all, you should buy this game, because like so much stuff you unlock is crazy, but at least you don't have to go like spend hours and hours unlocking like other stuff you don't want to. But the point is, I'm not a fan of the character leveling thing, and I don't like how the rupees are handled. I think that sucks, but it is what it is. Alrighty, I have mentioned so much crap and this video's gone on long enough, but now I have reached my final point, and I want to talk about this one in particular because I think it's super interesting. So, GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus, for all the crazy shit it's done, for all the content it's added, decided to just go all out and say, hey, what if we just made Fall Guys but in GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus form? So they did. They created a separate mode called GRANBLUE, where you can literally pick up your avatar, any avatar you want, and play Fall Guys. Literally Fall Guys. Now, what I mentioned before about the currency in the game, the rupee system, you can also play a lot of GRANBLUE in order to level up your character, so you can unlock content. Like stuff like, you know, more character plates and more in-game currency. Hell, as a matter of fact, you unlock more currency here than you do online. But the problem is, the only way to unlock a lot of that stuff is to actually start winning. Because if you lose in GRANBLUE, you literally just get eliminated, which is fair. That's what Fall Guys does. But I don't know, if you suck ass, don't even bother. Like, I suck ass at GRANBLUE Legends, so I don't even bother playing it too much. It's fun as hell, but like, I just want to unlock the stuff. That's all I really want to do. I want to unlock the in-game currency and unlock extra shit, but I can't do it if I suck, so I just have to get good. That's just something I can't, that's just my fault. I can't blame the game for that. I just suck ass. But yeah, it's super cool that they add this mode to begin with, because it gives more people things to do outside of the goddamn game itself. Like, now when I really think about it, this game has a lot of content now. It did have it when it was like just original GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus, but now it has the big story mode with like 3 paths to take. You got a large arcade mode, which now has multiple endings, like a normal ending and a true ending. You have a big gallery. You got the figure stuff. You got the online lobby stuff you can goof around with. Like, you play games and chat with other people there. You can play GRANBLUE. You got, you know, your whole like draw ticket thing where you can like unlock stuff for your characters. Like, it's pretty cool to see how much stuff this game actually has, with potentially more on the horizon. My hope is that they add more content to this game like they did with the original GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus, because that was like the one good thing about the original GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus, that they kept updating that game with more content far after like it's released, right? And a lot of fighting games just don't do that. They just like, you know, give you the bare minimum. But this game actually, the GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus actually had new story mode content and new modes and new characters and new weapon skins. I think that's super cool. And I'm glad that GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus exists with all that stuff, all like Versus Rising exists with all that stuff, like essentially, you know, combined into one. Now, again, I mentioned before at the beginning of this video that there's some things I like about this game, there's some things I don't like. It's taking some steps forward, but also taking some steps back. But if I were to pick the superior version of GRANBLUE Fantasy, it would have to be Rising. It just has too much. It has too many new characters. Like, and with new characters coming on the way, I'm not a fan of its, you know, how it's priced, like with the whole season pass thing, which is weird. But, and I'm not a fan of the rupee system, but this game is like, if you really want to play this game, I suggest that you try the free version first. I didn't talk much about the free version other than the beginning of this video, but again, if you like the look of this game and you really want to try it, I highly suggest you play the free version first and see if you feel, you know, you get a feel of it. So that way you can play it for yourself and you just figure out, hey, I might like this game, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm glad it has a free version so people can try out before they try it before they buy it, which is really, really cool. But now that I own the full version of GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus, with hopefully more content coming on the way and more new shit, how do I feel about GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus Rising? I really enjoyed the game. It's still GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus at the end of the day. It's just a better version of it in some ways. And I really do enjoy this game. I'm glad, I don't regret spending 81. I sort of regret it, but it was like, you know what? I bought it during Christmas. I wanted to get it. Like, I feel like I should treat myself. I never really get myself anything for Christmas. I didn't get anything myself for last year, so I was like, okay, to hell with it. Why not, you know? And I'm very excited to see this game get more content and love down the road, and I hope to see more of it. I hope to see more GRANBLUE Fantasy Versus Rising. Again, now that it has rollback netcode, all this content, crossplay between PS4, PS5, and Steam, and God only knows what else this game is going to have. 2B from Nier Automata is going to be a character. Insane. So, yeah. I really do believe this game is a quality fighting game. Despite my issues with it, it's a quality fighting game that people should really, really enjoy. And that's all I really have to say about it. I just really like this game. So, without further ado, I'll see y'all next time. I've rambled on way too long. So I'll see y'all next time. Peace, everyone. Hope you all have a great day. And if you can, again, if you haven't tried it yet, please try it out. Try the free version. It's literally available. It has 4 rotating characters. You don't have to spend a single dime. It's free. Play it and try it out. If you really like it, then I would suggest you upgrade to the game and see how you feel about that. So, again, I'm out, everyone. Peace out. I'm gone because my throat is starting to hurt. I've been talking too damn long. Peace out, everybody. Thank you for listening.